Hello everyone, Harald here, and we are back to part 3. Um, Being friends and ally with city states really helps in one city challenge and on Epic's game speed, so I had that advantage. Luckily those barbarian camps were coastal, so they didn't just spawn land units, they were spawning uh, sea units as well, so that was one of the reliefs I had. So I saw another worker that could get liberated and gain even more influence on Venice. Not sure if I actually did liberate that worker or I used it to chop some wood, chop some forest. At this point I'm building the Great Library, which would actually mean a lot if I do, if I manage to get it. But I saw their points, they weren't actually building anything at this point, so I assumed they were going for some of the wonders, and especially since I saw that I was on the third place on the manufacturing goods, so everyone was actually trying to race for the wonder they were building. So at this point I was actually going to go for uh, yeah, that's the social policy. Still I don't know. Autocracy maybe, I'm not sure. Autocracy, something like that. We had some lag issue at this point, so it was probably the server that was connecting us. So I took that worker. I had enough influence on Venice. I wanted to speed up my production on the Great Library, so the Aztecs managed to make the Great Library. I wasn't sure how how much turns I needed. I don't think I was really that close. Probably more than 10 or 15 turns. So it wasn't really that much of a waste, but still. So now I'm going for crossbowmen's. The bad thing is that I don't have horses. That's the only problem, um, which I could have actually used. You can see I've spent my gold on watermill, uh, which was a mistake. I mean, 500 gold for a watermill. It's a waste. Shouldn't shouldn't have done that, but I guess I wanted a little bit more of growth and one production, especially since I was really low on production. At this point, I didn't know that Vatican would have that much military. I just wanted to bully them. So I've managed to get my religion. I could say pretty fast at this point because on Epic I was getting 10 faith per turn. So I wanted National College as soon as possible so I could have more science, 50 more percent science on my great scientist academy tile would mean a lot, especially on this game speed. it was a bit fortunate for me that those barbarians were constantly stealing workers from Venice and allowing me to liberate them all the time, so I could have Venice's ally as long as I want. Um, at this point, I calculated how much turns I would need to actually reach machinery. Um, Knew that it would actually speed up when I get National College, so the idea would be to go for composite bowmans as soon as I finish my National College. Um, so I could actually build up as many composites as I could, and as soon as I get machinery researched, I would just upgrade them. I wasn't sure how much gold it would cost. I was expecting somewhat about 100, maybe. So I bought a tile there, a forest tile, so I could start improving it into construction. Um, so I could have some production out of it, because those were my only production tiles, which I a bit regret now that I was chopping some forest earlier, and probably no one was going for Stonehenge. So 28 turns, but it fell down uh, pretty much after National College was finished. So my science jumped from 27, I think, to 45, which is actually great. And I was leading with tech. That was for sure. So at this point, I saw that Aztecs had some military. I mean, 20, 27 K value. I was thinking about maybe two or three composites and one or two maybe jaguars or even spearmans, something like that, which wouldn't actually be that easy to get rid of. His city wasn't in a hard position to attack, but still, if he had some ranged units to defend, it would make it a lot harder, so I was just hoping it would be enough. So you can see that um, machinery fell to 16 turns from 28 with National College finished. So I was thinking that I could afford the tile since I needed production, but and that I would actually have enough gold to upgrade upgrade all of my composites. So at this point I wasn't going to give him my extra luxuries. If he wanted, I would actually ask for like 200 gold or something because I didn't need it at all, but I assumed he might not want my luxuries. He would actually go for production and stay in negative happiness, but maybe he would actually note that he will actually notice that I was building military, so he could as well, but I won't spoil the fun and tell you what actually happened. Though this game is anything but fun with this game speed. I was actually hoping that Aztecs were going for the hanging gardens, especially since they had a little bit of growth problems. Not as much, but not as much as Korea, but still they probably wanted to uh, keep a low gap between us with population. So I suspected that they could actually try to go for the hanging gardens, which would work in my favor, especially since I saw that he went on production focus again. So I assumed he was going for wonder since his military wasn't rising.